All right, welcome everyone to Mountain Man Monday, another episode. We are at episode 13 for today, which is January 6, 2020. Happy New Year to everybody in the Mr. Mountain Man community. Give it several minutes and let people roll in. Here we go. Hey, Mama Bear Instapot Cooking and Adventures. How you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. So yes, I hope you're doing well and hope things are going well over there in Gatlinburg. Hey, Stacy Fowler, how you doing? Good to see you as well. Welcome to the live stream tonight. So hope everybody's doing well and had a great holiday, Christmas and New Year, and getting back into the routine of a brand new year. And I had a good time over New Year's and Christmas with the family, stayed here in Western North Carolina. So it was very nice. And we've got Blondie's Adventures. Hello, Blondie's Adventures. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing well today. And we've also got David Markley. Hey, David, how you doing? Hope you're doing well and everything. We've got Chad Lovelace. Hey, good to have you here. I don't know if you've been to one of the live streams before. I know you're newer to the channel, so welcome to have you. I've crossed paths with you before and said hello in the some of the other live streams like Yankee in the South. So hope you're having a great day and a happy New Year. And I doing well. And we've also got Chris about t-shirts. Hey, Chris. Hope you're having a nice day and everything's going well. Chris has been wearing a different t-shirt for every day of the year. So I think everybody here, I recognize the name, knows Chris very well. And so that's a really cool thing to be doing this year. So I've noticed on your Chris About T-Shirts Facebook page that you're wearing a different t-shirt every day. I will not be joining in that adventure. My t-shirts rotate about every 6 or 7 days. So, but that's really cool because you're about t-shirts. So the curious thing I want to know is, do you already have enough t-shirts, or are you going to be, or is it a mix? Are you going to go buy some throughout the year? Because 365 shirts, I'm sure that's a little bit of an investment too. Hopefully some of your followers have maybe sent you here one or more as well. But anyway, yeah, check out Chris About T-Shirts. I think that's really fun. Also, Chris had a cool contest over the holidays and was doing a raffle prize and had a lot of great live streams. So I really enjoyed them. And sorry, Chris, for the ones that I missed. Every time it would pop up and I was available, I definitely joined. And I saw that you got to do some with Cashew Paul, which I never picked up if Cashew Paul lives in the area, or was he just in town for the holidays and you guys hooked up? I didn't know if he was local. For some reason, I thought he was in the Midwest, a little bit from the north from here. Chris About Cool T-Shirts. That's right. I think I missed one from above. Somebody mentioned, yeah. So David said, liked your ice cream video. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've eaten there before. So that was yesterday. In an unusual manner, I got, I did a video and published on the same day. Normally, I still have video from November that I haven't edited and published yet. But the ice cream place over there in Maggie Valley, and technically its address is in Waynesville, North Carolina. We talked to the owners just because they were closing, and was interested because I thought that whole street there was Maggie Valley, but the addresses there go like Maggie Valley, then it's county, then it's Waynesville, and then it's Maggie Valley. So as far as addresses go, it's a little bit hit or miss. But to me, that whole drag until you start up the mountain towards the Blue Ridge Parkway and Cherokee is what I associate with Maggie Valley, if you guys have been there. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. The ice cream was cool. I need to respond to some comments. I had a full day at work, but somebody asked, I didn't mention the price, and it wasn't because they didn't tell me to. Actually, after doing the video, I had mentioned that to my wife. I said, I didn't say how much it costs. I just forgot, but I'll tell you now, it was 54 cents an ounce. And we did roughly, as a family, like 50 ounces. So it was about $25. So the comment was, some of these ice cream places can get a little pricey, almost like a sit-down meal. And that is correct. It's like if you go to those salad bars where you weigh and you pay by the ounce. You're like, oh, let me get a little tuna, a little bacon, some of this salad. And you go over there and you end up having like a $16 salad because it weighs so much. Ice cream can be the same. So you have to be careful. But it was a treat. And for the family, that $25, I think, was okay. But yes, it's not as cheap as Dairy Queen. Certainly not as cheap as the grocery. And this was kind of cool. Got an ice cream maker for Christmas from my parents, and we made homemade ice cream. It's got this tumbler that spins around that you freeze, and then it's got the recipe in the book. It comes out like soft serve. It's so delicious. The vanilla ice cream, one night I ate too much, and I fell asleep because I ate so much. That stuff is really good. As far as the cost for the ingredients, the heavy cream and the real vanilla and some of the other stuff, believe it or not, makes it on par with buying like a pint of ice cream that's cheap at the grocery. But you don't have to go anywhere. And if you already have the ingredients, it's at home. And I think it's better quality because it's fresh. So the ice cream place, Log Cabin Frozen Treats, if you haven't watched the video yet, check it out. And I did enjoy that. That was by happen circumstance. That wasn't really planned. We went out to eat and went there afterwards just because we were looking for some food. Let's see here. Hello, Mr. Mountman. Hello, Vols fan in Ohio. Hope you're doing well today. Please, thank you. Please don't forget to hit the like. I'm using the StreamYard again. Oh, there we go. I can see it. I wanted to see how many people are here. So Cashew Paul is not local to me. Okay. Well, let me make sure. So thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Anybody who does that, that's always appreciated. Chris says Cashew Paul is not local to you. Okay. Because I had seen one of your videos where you guys went to a hotel, I think outside of Cleveland, Ohio. I could be wrong. Or maybe it was Toledo or somewhere. It was like a vintage hotel and with some history to it. And I didn't know if he was from there. Let's see. Yes. So I hope everyone in live stream had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. Sure did. I was just talking about that yesterday. So we as a family have done the years where we go drive to see family, and then we do the ones where we stay at home. And I'll tell you, ever since been in the mountains, there's nothing like being in the mountains for Christmas. I love it. And so I don't have any propensity to want to drive anywhere. And but when we lived in Florida, I was ready to escape the heat because to me it was very difficult to tell it was Christmas Day. Other than that, the lights were hung up. So, but boy, it's a lot of work. So if any of you guys did it, you got to fight the traffic. Everybody seems to go home at the exact same time around January 2nd. So the roads are just atrocious for just not even with accidents. You're at somebody else's house. You're not in your own routine. I'm telling you, staying at home is underrated, or maybe it's not. And I don't know. It's nice. It was cozy. I took some naps. I got a lot of stuff done around the house. I enjoyed time with the family. I enjoyed the mountains. It didn't get real cold. We didn't get any snow till yesterday was the first time we got even a trace this whole season, but I loved it. I just liked being around at home. So I highly recommend it if you do for holidays. And yes, Happy New Year. And yes, it is true. It's good as a treat, ice cream. And the homemade one, yes, homemade is the best. That machine, I'm forgetting who makes it. This is something you get probably at like Bed Bath & Beyond or some, Amazon or something like that. I should know. I looked at it a bunch. But very simple design. That tumbler, like I said, you freeze it. It's almost like one of those ice packs. So internally it has something in it that keeps it cold. And you pour the ingredients in. You mix the ingredients. Doesn't take long. You put it in the freezer for like an hour or two. You pour the ingredients in. This little thing just spins around, and it just kind of moves all the ice cream material around. And then after like 10 or 15 minutes, the longer you do it, the harder the ice cream gets. The less you do it, the softer it is. So it's pretty cool. I got a trip to Tennessee in May for Christmas. Nice. Well, that's awesome. I know you guys have a great time. I saw some of the pictures over on Yankee in the South when they did that montage for the end of the year of you guys. And I think you made the hike in the fall and some of the other stuff. So that's fantastic. I'm sure you'll be looking forward to that. And May's a good time, you know, with the weather. So close to Cincinnati. That's in reference to either the hotel or Cashew Paul, but at least you validated that. I just didn't know if he was around this area or not. And hello, Marvin. Welcome to the live stream tonight. I hope you're having a happy New Year and a great Christmas. And this is the first Mountain Man live stream since December the 16th. But at least I got a couple of videos out there, and I have more in the can. I've talked about this before. So any of you other creators out there, and again, I mentioned it ad nauseum, but I do this as a hobby. So my New Year's Eve resolution commitment to YouTube is there is no commitment. I will do it as an enjoyment, as when I can get to it. Some days it's going to be like blast, and sometimes it's not. But the funny thing is like I have two things in the can that I want to do, and what I do is because I'm still using my phone, I move it into a folder and then I move it onto the computer because my editing software and all the horsepower is on my big computer. And so I move it off. Well, I have to select all the videos, and I go through, and because they're all chunked up, I click, and all of a sudden I'm dragging like 50 videos. That is needs to be one cohesive video. So you 50. I mean, it'd be nice if you could just stitch them all together, but the problem is they're rough starts, rough ends. There could be background music or noise, the transitions, because I like to put out a nice video for you all to enjoy. So it sounds like the violins are playing like I'm complaining, but it just, I get myself, I'm always like, oh, I'm going to do this. And I've got some really fun stuff that I want to get the videos out. They just take an enormous amount of time to edit. So some of this stuff is on delay, but the ice cream one was easy because I went, and even the ice cream shop, even though it was one and done, it was still about 7 or 8 videos chopped up. And then I spend time with the audio, feathering it if there's background and some other stuff, and making sure that it sounds right so it goes together. But anyway, yeah, it's just crazy because then you go into Power Director and pull in the 50 videos and start stitching them together. And then I have to check my bumper to see, if it aligns with that particular theme and all this stuff. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying that stuff. By the way, that was one of the other little videos I did, just tiny channel trailer for the About page on it. So it's a short video, but that was another quick one that I did. Yes, it is a great Christmas gift, Blondie, to go to Tennessee. That's awesome. Hey, we got Cooey. Cooey's from Ireland. Good to see you again, buddy. Hope you're having a great New Year. And it is, let's see, 109 where you are. I'm not sure if the time changes right. Hope you're doing okay, having a late night, staying awake, and hope things are going well for you. Had a nice New Year, holiday, Christmas, and time over since last time we talked. We stayed home for Christmas, very peaceful. I couldn't agree more, Blondie. I mean, sometimes you got to go see the family. Maybe if you're alone and all your family lives somewhere else, it's totally worth it. We've done it. If you just want to get out of the normal, like maybe where you live, you're tired of seeing the same thing day in and day out. It's nice to go somewhere else. It's nice if you go somewhere else and they cook for you and they do all the work and you can just be a guest. That's nice too. So it's not bad. And then sometimes people do it up big and go on vacations. But I'll tell you, what I have seen from a distance is that everybody kind of thinks of the same vacations. Let me give you an example. Having been an ex-Central Floridian, an ex-Disney pass holder, everybody and their mother, and not just from the United States, around the world, says, let's go to Disney World for Christmas. That park is so packed. The traffic to get to Orlando is unbelievable. I'm sure it's the memory of a lifetime to be at Disney World around Christmas. It's the highest rates. It's the highest prices. In fact, it gets so busy there that the Magic Kingdom gets to what's called park capacity, where they start going through tiers about when they can't let more people into the park. So they go through resort guests are always allowed in if you're paying for a hotel on property. And then I think it's annual pass holders are next. But then the people who come up to the gate, and if they're buying tickets on that day, they might say the park's at capacity. And that happens a few times a year, especially around Christmas. Well, anyway, I digress. So sometimes it's nice to go on a vacation, but if you go to one of these popular places, the rest of the world thought of the same idea. So it can get kind of crazy. Driving back to Florida was a nightmare. Rain and fog. Yeah. So when we used to go up to Ohio to see family at Christmas, because we wanted to get some of that cold weather when we lived in Florida, one of the things I was referencing, and any of you who have driven this path will know what I'm talking about, this route. I-20, so from the Midwest, you take 77 south, and then that connects up with 26 in Columbia, South Carolina. And 26, you take a John east, and then you pick up I-95. There's two problems in the state of South Carolina. One is where I-26 intersects with I-95 going south, it backs up on I-26 sometimes for up to 2 miles after New Year's. And then it's only 2 lanes in South Carolina, and there will be no accidents. And that 90 miles plus or minus stretch from I-26 to the border at Georgia on I-95 is nuts. It gets like backed up. It takes hours sometimes. We used to have to get off exits and try to take back roads and go all over the place. And if you're coming north, Georgia is 4 lanes on I-95, and then it goes down to 2 up north of Savannah. That is the biggest bottleneck going into South Carolina. So anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, whatever. But if you've ever driven I-95 in South Carolina going toward Georgia, boy, I sound like a crotchety person right now. I'm sorry. But yeah, anyway, word to the wise, if you're going to do that around New Year's, be careful. Be patient. Have always lived in North Carolina, or did you move there from somewhere else? Someday I hope to convince my wife to move to the mountains or south. Just love it down there. Yeah, Chad. So I grew up in Ohio. That was, if it came up clearly, Ohio State. And then lived in North Carolina a bit, lived in Florida and back to North Carolina permanently here. So I've gotten a taste of different climates and some different places. I definitely love it here. I love the change of seasons. When you're a kid, you don't pay attention to that stuff, but you grow up, you take it for granted. So I do like it. And I like, it's just more dynamic. When we lived in Florida, it was a novelty at first to call friends or family when it's 85 degrees in January and be like, "Whoa, it's 85 degrees." But you guys should make a Giphy out of that and just run it on loop. Me acting silly saying it's 85 degrees. But and then it grows long in the tooth. For certain people, specifically like me, like you get out of the car in January or February in the garage and you're sweating, and then you got to mow the grass in January and cut palm fronds. And if you're ever used to any kind of seasons, and then you move to Florida, what you find is that by September, it's grown so long in the tooth, you're ready for its change. And September hits like a ton of bricks. That's when it's like the most humid. That's when the hurricane season happens, which is a whole nother ball of wax and not a lot of fun, especially if you live on the coast, all that preparation. So but it could go the other way too. I'm sure people who live in Minnesota, or maybe Minnesota, Canada, and somewhat. Minnesota was a bad example because they actually get really hot in the summer. But anywhere in the world where it's just one climate, I mean, it can get boring after a while. So I do love it. When I catch it back up on the comments, the comment about moving, I've always had some comments about that because a lot of people ask that. So I want to talk about that for a minute, but let me catch up. Oh, cool. That's funny. I'm watching you in the can. Are you still in the can, Chris? I'm watching you in the can. Are you dropping anchor or like, so I hope that's what that reference means. But anyway, hey, wherever you can watch from, mobile, whatever, that's fun. I think I've watched a live stream or two going to the bathroom. Too much information, but it doesn't bother me, whatever. So how had a lovely Christmas, a lonely New Year, but a fantastic trip to Croatia for the recording. That's right, Marvin. Hope that went well. I remember you mentioned that like 4 live streams ago. So I hope your trip, it sounds like it went well. Congratulations again on doing that. That's fantastic. That's really cool. I thought you were in the basement, Chris, about teas. Yeah, that's a reference to Will and Don from Yankee in the South, that keeping Chris down in the basement. So that's funny. Yeah, you can't be in the can. You're in the basement. Happy New Year. Will you say hello to Samantha? You bet. Hello, Samantha and Cooey. Hope you guys are having a great day or good evening, because I know, again, 1:16-ish or plus or take an hour if everything's going, if I have my math right, and time zones. How's the weather down there? So, good question. It was, I'm sorry, guys. My voice gets dry when I do these live streams. It's just talking. But it has been very mild this winter. Speaking of complaining about the heat, actually, you know what would be nice, Blondie? It would be, I'll tell you an ideal day for me for winter. Honestly, high about 35, low about 15, and with more snow. Not ice. Don't like ice. Snow. I don't mind it cold. I like bundling up, because you know what? Just about the time I get sick of the cold, spring comes around and the blossoming, and then I get into doing stuff in the yard and enjoying that. And then when that grows long in the tooth and the heat, the fall and the color change. So it goes back to what I said about the seasons and being dynamic. I enjoy that. And so it's been a little warm. Like, I've been looking at the 10-day on my phone, like scrolling through, and get a lot of days like high 63, low 50, 45. I can't complain. That's not bad. I can go outside with a t-shirt sometimes middle of the day, but I don't mind the cold. So watch, it'll probably happen. I saw the trailer. It was good. Thanks, Mama Bear. I appreciate it. The Mama Bear has some really fun videos too. I had talked about it the other day that I liked your name change, because Mama Bear from the get-go was doing adventures as well and showing cool things from Gatlinburg. And so I thought that was a great name change to articulate the fun videos that you have. So check out Mama Bear's Instant Cooking Adventures if you get a chance. Mr. Mountain, I used to work at Food Line there in Waynesville for about 3 years. I was assistant manager. So I think I saw that yesterday, David. And the reason I think I may have seen the Food Line is because I kind of pay attention to Food Lines, because they were based, correct me if I'm wrong, you would know this, Salisbury, North Carolina, I think was there, or is it Statesville? One of the two starts with an S. It was north of Charlotte, and it was their headquarters. And they don't, a lot of Food Lines have closed down. They just haven't, remained as competitive as some of the other branches. And so when I see a Food Line, I'm kind of like, hey, a Food Line, kind of like Bilo. When I see Bilo, I think the same thing. Anyway, we're driving back, let's see, it would have been north, I think, out of going back towards 40. And I noticed up on a hill, I even said to my wife, I said, look, there's a Food Line right, or maybe she said it, look, there's a Food Line right there. We kind of went up, and it was tucked back behind some trees on the right-hand side as you're going out, leaving town, like not going towards Cherokee, going the other way. Yeah. Oh, 12:09. Okay, cool. So it's a little bit early. Not too late for you, but it's tomorrow. By the way, how's tomorrow? How's the future? Because we're still on Monday. It's still Mountain Man Monday, but where you are, it's Taco Tuesday. So let us know how the future is. That's always so funny. It's always funny when it's New Year's and you've already gotten to New Year's and you know somebody in like Central Time Zone. You're like, yeah, we're in the next year, and you're not. Hey, Hike with Mike. Being from Florida, the last place that I ever want to go is Disney World. So Hike with Mike. Truth be told, I love Disney World, the history, going with the family and doing all that. We were annual pass holders. There's just certain times you don't want to be there. That would be A, the summertime, June, July, and August. B, spring break. C, Christmas time. And D, Saturdays at the Magic Kingdom any time of the year. Saturdays are nuts, and that's when we always went. I never took a day off work. We'd always go on Saturday, and it was packed with human beings. Like we had the kids in the stroller, and it'd just be like, I remember, because Main Street's a little bit elevated when you get towards the castle, and I could take a picture and it was just like wall to wall people. And then everybody's leaving and has to get on the monorail. What happens is that if you don't go to Disney a lot, and say you save up as a family, you go once in your life or once every few years or once a year, you don't pay attention to any of that because you're so excited to be there. But when you become an annual pass holder, you kind of take it for granted. You can go all the time. Those things start to become a little irritable because you don't want to deal with the long lines and all that. It doesn't mean I didn't want the pass holder. We just got more strategic about which parks we went to and when. I'm a little bit behind this. Hey, by the way, thanks for everybody that's joining the live stream tonight. I was just looking out of the corner of my eye, 16 people. I think at one point I saw 19. That's like the most we've ever had. So welcome to everybody, especially anybody new. Feel free to comment. I'm a little bit behind. I try to comment on everything. And so anyway, welcome everybody. I hope everybody's having a great night. We always do Monday because Monday's kind of the start to the work week and not so fun. I had a long day at work today. I'm sure some others did too. So it's always kind of fun to unwind and just kick back and shoot the breeze for a little bit here on the channel. I'm all for staying home and chilling out with the hubby. Yeah, family, relaxing, watching some fun stuff on TV. If it's cold and you got a fireplace, or even if you've got a TV and you put one of those fireplace videos on that makes the crackling sounds, eating food. You know what we did? We had ham twice because we got those brown sugar glazed ones, and they were on deal at Walmart. So we had one on Christmas Day. And then when we were at Walmart, I was like, I'll eat it again. So we had another one on New Year's. I love that. That was delicious. Disney is too expensive for me. David, it is expensive. And they don't even beat around the bush. It is well known that they use price as a crowd control measure. And so what that does is that really prices people out of it. It's very difficult to afford Disney World, depending on how you cut it. Like the most reasonable way to go is if you know somebody in Florida already live there and you don't have to stay on property, you get one-day tickets. Well, actually, the most reasonable is if you can get annual pass holder because the amount of times you can go. Also, Disney is one of the few theme parks that allows you to bring food in. So when we lived in Florida, we'd make sandwiches, bring water, bring snacks. We wouldn't spend a penny at the park. Of course, we had already sunk cost in the passes, but we didn't even stay there. We would drive back home at night. We live about 70 miles from the park. So we found economical ways as a family to go. But if you're coming from out of state, you can stay off property and find a hotel for about $100 a night, but a ticket for one park is roughly $100. You know, if you got a family of 4 or 5, that's $400 or $500. Then you got the hotel, you got to buy food. It's very expensive. And they keep raising ticket prices. So I don't think they ever envisioned in 1971 when Walt Disney World was built, and Walt Disney envisioned I knew they knew it would be popular because of Disneyland and how that exploded, but I'm not sure they knew it would be this crazy and just such the attraction it is. So they build more gates and more parks, and then that helps crowd control and more attractions. They beefed up studios with Star Wars and Toy Story Land and all that stuff. So, but yeah, Disney, I know a lot about Disney, obviously, from past life. Let's see, never been to Disneyland or Disney World. Yeah, Disneyland's out in California, Disney World in Florida. It is worth going once in your life if you can make it down there. It's for some people, it's all it's cracked up to be, and like others, Hike with Mike said, don't care for it. So yeah, to each his own. You know, I like hiking sometimes in the mountains. I was talking to somebody recently that was like, I want to have nothing to do with being outdoors. So lots of fun stuff to do, and there's a lot of cool parks here in the mountains, like Dollywood and Carowinds isn't in the mountains, but it's over there. It's funny. I was talking again to those owners yesterday at the ice cream shop, Waynesville / Maggie Valley, and I asked about Ghost Town in the Sky. It's so fun because it's such a rumor mill, and the lady said, "Oh, I've heard that maybe they are going to try to build it back, but it won't be the same that it was before. It's probably, you know, a shell of it." If you've done any research, or if you're interested in that history, like the roller coaster that they built, the red one, that's one of the most interesting parts about it. You know, they said it would never meet safety standards of today. That's why they couldn't keep it open. It was always problematic. I think it was only open for like one season, and then they got it open for a day a few years later. But anyway, who knows? It's always a rumor mill of what's going to happen to that place. They have to differentiate themselves from Pigeon Forge and all the entertainment there because you're only talking about an hour away. I think that's what really hurts Maggie Valley the most and that kind of thing. But goes down the sky. It's interesting. TBD. See what's happening there. Rather see my Smoky Mountains. Yes, I love it. Love the Blue Ridge Mountains. So Smoky Mountains, most people know, Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which last I heard was still the most visited national park. Second was Yosemite, and then it goes down from there. But Great Smoky Mountains National Park is just full of awesome things to do. Clingman's Dome and Cates Cove and, the outskirts of Gatlinburg and the visitor centers and all the different hikes and places to go. But the Blue Ridge Mountains in Appalachia in general, I mean, you could go all the way up the East Coast, but even on the western North Carolina side, we have the highest peak east of the Mississippi here in Mount Mitchell. And a lot of great skiing is on the North Carolina side of the fence. A lot of hikes and a lot of cool places to do things over here. So there's just a plethora of things to do here in the mountains for everybody, indoor and outdoor. There's a lot of museums and, there's a lot of things to do in Asheville. So yes, it's a very, very cool place to be for sure. Atlanta is terrible. Yeah, I fly through Atlanta for work sometimes through, making a connection from Asheville. And so I haven't spent a lot of time in the city. All I hear about is how bad the traffic is there, how terrible that the traffic is there. It's funny watching all the YouTube videos. I kind of feel like I've been there. I'm assuming that's in reference to Disney World or the mountains, either one. YouTube is really cool in that aspect. You could just about any theme park, any attraction, unless they somehow restrict filming or ban it from people. I mean, you could pick any ride at Disney World right now and put it in YouTube, and you could probably get a first-person view of any show, any ride, anything. Not pay a penny other than your internet service. You could probably do this. I'm not sure about roller coasters. That's really difficult because you might drop it and that's a safety hazard. So I think a lot of them say no to doing that, but I'm sure people get around and strap a GoPro to their chest or something like that and put a coat on, unzip it and then record the whole ride and then zip it back up. So yeah. Ohio State, what's the deal with Brutus? Brutus is the Buckeye. That's the mascot. So a Buckeye, is not a very tough mascot other than people say it's a poisonous nut, but it's a cool mascot. And if you've ever made Buckeyes before, they are chocolate with peanut butter in the middle to emulate what a Buckeye looks like. They're fantastic. So even if you're not an Ohio State fan, look up the recipe for making Buckeyes. They're really, really yummy. Brutus is a cool guy, though. He's got a scarlet and gray shirt, and he's got this big Brutus Buckeye head and a little tiny hat. I'm sad because the Buckeyes lost to Clemson in a nail biter. So Ohio State is not playing in the national championship tonight. My football season is over because the Steelers lost 2 and they didn't make it to the playoffs. And so football is done for me for like 9 months, other than the preseason stuff, which I listen to on the radio. David, it's wonderful down in Tennessee. It is wonderful down in Tennessee. Tennessee, North Carolina. If you're talking about the mountains and all that, you can even go up into Virginia. Virginia's got West Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina, and Tennessee. Eastern Pennsylvania over into the Poconos, going up into like Vermont and New York. You really don't have to stay confined to any one of these areas. You can find stuff to do in all of them. And there's some repetition, skiing, hiking, and all this. But if you're an adventurous, you could take the Blue Ridge Parkway from Tennessee all the way up to Virginia. I think Richmond is where it starts. Roanoke or Richmond. I just watched a cool documentary about the creation of the Blue Ridge Parkway on PBS. And as you might guess, not only did it take a significant amount of work to get it approved and the funds, but it was controversial too, because there were a lot of landowners that had lived there and they eminent domain and took the land. And, it was a promise for jobs and work, but the reality was it's just a tourist road. Nobody's going to go from A to B. If you're going from Virginia to Tennessee and you want to go quickly, you're not going to take the Blue Ridge Parkway. You're going to take 81. But anyway, that's what the documentary is about. It was really cool. Pretty cool. I agree, Mom Bear, Atlanta will be the last resort move for me. The main thing that's really cool about Atlanta, or if I say cool, would be that it is, boy, I'm missing a lot of comments here. I got to catch up. There's a lot of jobs there. So, oh, goodness gracious. I got to catch up. I'm missing some people here. Wow. There's a lot of jobs. A big city like Atlanta, there's a lot of jobs. So you can, if you need resources, you're looking for something, a big city like that. Oh boy, hold on. Where am I? All right. So let me start rattling through this. I'm from Michigan, originally down with that team to the south. Yeah, down with the team to the north. So people don't know Michigan, Ohio State. For Ohio State, we say the team to the north, and Michigan says the team to the south. Big rivalries. Pamela, good evening. Hope you're having a great day. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. David is close to Gatlinburg. That's right. Let's see. Hello from Huron, Michigan. Destinations Delight, Crystal Wagner. Crystal Wagner, happy to have you here. Happy New Year to you as well. Port Huron, memory serves me correct, and I think I just peeked down. I have to catch up. I thought I saw Will from Yankee in the South here. I thought he did videos up in Huron. So I'm sure when I catch up on the comments, he can correct me. I think Don might be from Port Huron. I could be completely wrong. I'm trying to go off of memory. Yes, lived there about 36 years. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of growth, David. I bet you got some great pictures from before and after. Hey, Tim Wheaton, glad to have you to the live stream. Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Seriously, I'm unfortunately at the Waffle House, not an unhealthy place. Were you in the can at that Waffle House? Because let me ask you something. I love the Waffle House. I go there, but man, sometimes those bathrooms are kind of nasty. So hope everything's okay, Chris. Take a shower when you get home if you were live streaming with us from the can at the Waffle House. Anyway, get the smothered covered hash browns with the cheese. I love the burgers there. Waffles are good. All that food's good. All those sandwiches are pretty good. Junk food for sure. But it's good once in a while. We both land in Sevierville, Tennessee. Yep. Oh, we just bought land. Okay, cool. Good for you, Blondie. That's awesome. Back in the East Tennessee neck of the woods. That's really cool. I would not want to live anywhere else, and I understand that. East Tennessee is a cool place. Let's see. Anywhere I can wear a hoodie and jeans is perfect weather for me. Yes, definitely. This time of the year. Loving your new videos and intro videos. Awesome job. Appreciate that, Tim. Thanks. Yeah, we were talking at the beginning about the ice cream place yesterday. I made the new channel trailer. So when you go to the About page, that's more formal for the presentation of my channel. And thanks for watching them. I appreciate it. I enjoyed making them. They were quick hits. I still got stuff in the can in the way of but the videos, like I was mentioning at the beginning, not everybody caught it. They're like segregated into like 50 small videos. It just takes a lot of time to edit. So I was joking that my New Year's resolution is to commitment to YouTube. There is no commitment exactly. I don't have any set cadence. So there'll be blast of weeks where it's more, where I have videos coming out more steadily, and then it might be 2 weeks. But I'll keep the live streams and have that good, kind of 1-2 punch. So I show you all the fun stuff from around here. We were supposed to get a snowstorm this weekend. I think that's up in Ohio, right? You guys get a little bit more than we do. I'm jealous. I always got our groceries at Food Line when we stayed in Atlantic Beach, North Carolina. I was younger on vacation. Yeah, the big groceries down there earlier, Harris Teeter, Food Line, Bilo, Winn-Dixie. A lot of the Winn-Dixies have closed down. A lot of the Bilos have closed down. A lot of the Food Lions have closed down. Publix has made its way up from Florida. I'm impartial to Ingles. I like Ingles. If I'm in North Carolina, I like to shop at Ingles. Of course, Walmart's a necessary evil. And if I'm over in East Tennessee, I like to shop at Food City. Miss Mount Dad's visuals on his live stream. I appreciate that. I like this. I like this setup. We are going to do a road trip out west this summer. That should be cool. You have to for your channel, because Blondie's Adventure live streams and has videos too. So I'll be looking forward to seeing some of that. You eat any waffles? Chris, you'll have to let us know if you had any waffles. Blondie, yeah, I made it. Hold your, okay. What's your favorite spot in Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg to visit? So I think if I was being generic, I would say I'll pick one of both. Downtown Gatlinburg, I like walking. I like shopping for some of the souvenirs. You know, the sweatshirts are reasonable. You get a Gatlinburg sweatshirt. The restaurants are hit or miss in Gatlinburg. You know, there's some off on River Road. Is that what River Run Road or River Road that's parallel to the main parkway? I think the restaurants are way better in Pigeon Forge. And so I've been to like the Trout House in Gatlinburg off or it's kind of off the bend of 321. I was at the old, is it McKay's, the Irish place? We've eaten at CC's Pizza, and we've eaten up at Ober Gatlinburg, and we've eaten at Cherokee Grill. And but typically I like to walk in Gatlinburg. And so my favorite place in Gatlinburg, even though technically you have to go up Ski Mountain Road, is Ober Gatlinburg. We really like Ober Gatlinburg. They do it great in the summer and they do it great in the winter. Favorite restaurant in Gatlinburg is probably Cherokee Grill. Over in Pigeon Forge, I like putt putting is fun too. I like putt putting. The favorite restaurant that I've been to so far, well, if I'm going to go with a chain, which I shouldn't, because that's not what everybody's looking. Believe it or not, with a family, Golden Corral. I just buffets are great because everybody gets what they want. But I know that, and I have been to Wood Grill Fire Buffet too. I still think Golden Corral is a little bit nicer. We did like Mama's Farmhouse. That was good. The O'Mill's good. Trying to think what else. The island, you know, has a lot of places to go. It's a great place to hang out, window shop. They have the rides as well. It's like some of the shows. You know, one of the shows I've never heard anybody mention that we really liked? Darren Romero's Magic Show. That was a lot of fun. He did an amazing job. If I was to use the word underrated, I would say it, because the place was not that filled when we were in the summer. I thought it was a top-notch magic show. So if you're there and you have the bandwidth to go there, check out Darren Romero's Magic Show. It's down by Carolina Opry. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I could talk a lot about Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and favorite things. And that didn't even get into the outdoor stuff, like getting outside of Gatlinburg and going into the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I obviously could spend hours talking about this. Susan D., hello from... Is it Elria, Ohio? I'm originally from Columbus, Ohio. So if I said it wrong, please forgive me. And we've got Blondie's husband, the traveling Hoosier. So hello to you as well. I'm behind. People are probably like, man, this guy's like way behind. I'm sorry. Let me see. I had a waffle. Awesome. They're good. Waffle House is great. Great junk food. Beverly Whedon, hello, new to your channel. What's a good time of year to go to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge as far as being crowded? So now January and February is not so bad, other than I hear Valentine's Day, you know, the weekends are always busier than the week. But let me tell you, and I'll tell you the busiest that we've ever been, we used to stay at the Park Vista post Christmas for several years in a row. And there's that convention that would happen, and downtown Gatlinburg was absolutely packed. I even heard Will and Dawn from Yankee in the South go there the day after Christmas. Again, they can correct me if I'm wrong. One of their videos, it said it took them 2 hours to find parking. That did not surprise me at all. You got to camp out down there in a hotel or be very patient. So anyway, we're past Christmas and the holiday season. Great time to go at the beginning of the year. We've been there in the spring and April. We've been there just about every month. Summer gets busy, but it's also beautiful in the summer because all the trees are in bloom. You get a cabin. But again, the weekends are busy, holidays. Summer is going to be a little bit busier, and then definitely the Christmas time is going to be probably the busiest time of the year. We have been there at spring break and didn't notice too bad of an uptick because I think there's spring breaks around the country are at so many different times, so you can still manage those crowds. Live stream's great, Mr. Mountain. Chris, about teas and Yankee in the South are the best live streams I've been on. I couldn't agree more. I thought I saw. Let me put that on. Hey, Mr. Mountain. I don't know if Will's still here. Will and Dawn, great to have you guys stop by. It's always an honor and a pleasure to have you guys. these guys are fantastic. I miss you guys. And Chris, I haven't seen you guys in a while other than virtually through the internet. I would love to get together. By the way, when you guys used to have Friday night meetups, I know they don't have them anymore, but Friday evening is still a time slot with a potential for me to come over after I'm working, maybe do food or something. But if we want to do something during the day, I know your guys' weekends are busy, but obviously weekends are good for me. During the week is tough, naturally. I would love to get back over there so we can communicate and definitely try to figure something out before the chaos around here happens, you know. So, but yeah, thank you for stopping by. If you're still here, I'm a little bit behind in the comments. That was at 7:25. So, Will and Don, I don't even need to introduce them. I don't know if anybody here doesn't, but subscribe to Yankee in the South, Chris about t-shirts. Actually, everybody in here in the live stream, you should, I've only got 23 people here. You come back to the live stream and click on some of the links. People have great channels, you know, from the hobbyists like me to the more to the avid folks that are, you know, do it for a living professionally, like Yankee in the South and some of the other folks. You got to love YouTube because it's unscripted and there's no hidden agenda for like real TV, like commercials. And, you know, you got to say this for the sponsors and do this and that. It's just real. And it's just really nice to see that raw format. And so welcome, Beverly, for sure. Welcome, Beverly. I saw a couple of those here. Welcome, everybody who's new to the channel. And thank you. I thank you for watching the videos. I love these little time capsules I'm putting together. I always tell my wife, I'm like, the greatest thing about these videos is like, I would have pictures if we did something or maybe a little video, but like, I want to go back and watch my own videos and see even stuff from the summer, like when we did a hike or when we were in Gatlinburg. It's just, you know, the effort, it's a bit of upfront effort to make these videos, but then it's just like a little gem of what you did. So everybody who's a creator here or has their own YouTube channel, that's the biggest byproduct gift of it. Really, it's fantastic. Hello, I'm at Bears and Blondie's Adventures. Yes. And hello. Thank you again, Yankee in the South, Will and Don. If it's just Will, or Don, if it's just Will, say hello to Don. Let's see, Yankee in Chris is always making the jokes. Yankee in the South, who's that? Well, I'll tell you who it isn't. It's not Yankee in the North. That was funny on their live stream last night. Somebody popped in and they weren't a troll. They were called Yankee in the North. And it was funny because Will looked at it. He's like, oh, Yankee in the North. So that was funny. So we got Yankee in the South, Yankee in the North. Kentucky girl just got here. Oh, wait. David said, we won our bowl. Yahoo. Yeah. And we didn't make it to play tonight. So my Buckeye shirt, like I said, I'm a little down and out. And Kentucky girl, I think you were the one that left a comment about asking how much the ice cream cost. And if you didn't, and I'm thinking of somebody else, I'll repeat it again. When I was at the ice cream log cabin frozen treats out there, Maggie Valley, Waynesville, they didn't tell me not to do the price. I just forgot. And I'll respond to the comment on the thing. It was 54 cents an ounce. And so, yes, you can get into trouble with the ice cream. It can get very heavy and it can be costly. For the family, we did about 50 ounces. So it was about $25. So yes, $25 for the amount of ice cream we got because it was more gourmet and the fresh toppings. I thought it was a nice treat for the family. Dairy Queen would be cheaper. The grocery would be even cheaper than that. And we talked about making homemade ice cream. We got an ice cream maker for Christmas from my parents. So we made some homemade ice cream. But a place like that, yeah, I mean, if you just pile it on and put all the heavy toppings, you might end up with an $8 ice cream sundae. So you have to be careful. I'm sure if cost, because, hey, I'm on a budget too. If cost is a concern and you're by yourself and you go to a place like that, do a little bit and take it over to the register and see how many ounces it is. These were super nice people at this place. And then come back and then just see how much it weighs to get an idea. So you don't come up, if you got a $5 bill in your pocket, they're charging you $9 and then you got to scrape out some or something like that. So let's see. Hey, Kentucky girl. Yes. Thanks, everybody, for the warm welcome, as always. And thank you again for coming tonight, Will and Don. Just a couple more thank yous to Will and Don. Great videos this holiday season. Excellent, as always. Guys are doing top notch. So many people appreciate you guys, and then everything that you're doing over there in East Tennessee and all of the adventures that you do. Really enjoyed having the Christmas tree behind you guys on your live stream. That was a lot of fun. I have a Christmas tree. It's coming down soon. That's the what do you call it? The fiber optic Christmas tree. And you can pick those up at Walmart after the holiday for like 80% off. That's what I always do. Get them like $8. Let's see. Yankee in the South, check out your messages. Okay. Well, just got back from a 4-mile hike. Okay. Well, you guys are probably wiped out. But if you had the mild temps like us today, hope you got about 60 or something. I was mentioning it yesterday. We got snow first time. We got like a trace here. That was it. Went over to Maggie Valley. They had like an inch. It was funny because let me think of the direction. I think it was the south side of the hills and the mountains retained all the snow, and the north side, or no, it must have been the east and the west. Anyway, one side of the street, you couldn't find a snowflake. And the other side, because the sun coming east to west just didn't hit that side of the hills and mountains. So when we were driving home, there was totally snow out to the right side of the car and nothing to the left. It was kind of funny. I really want to see some more snow. Hey, one thing that lady at the ice cream place told me, because I was talking about wanting to sled. So they closed the Blue Ridge Parkway. They're really, I mean, it's so much as a snowflake and boom, they closed the Blue Ridge Parkway. I don't think they want to shovel or salt it at all. So getting up in the mountains to see that stuff like Pisgah, Mitchell, Klingman's, all that, or not Klingman's Dome, shouldn't have said that, but anything off the parkway, they close that stuff all the time. But what she told me was, is you pass through Maggie Valley and you go up the mountain, right at the top is where the Blue Ridge Parkway crosses. A lot of people park their car right there, and I guess there's like a hill like outside the parkway. A lot of people take their sleds up there and sled, and because it's at that elevation, I believe, at that point in the parkway is like 4,800, 4,500, because we've been there several times going to Cherokee. Anyway, kind of a cool idea. I want to check it out next time if I know they get a few inches of snow, maybe not so much down at a lower elevation. Let's see here. Hey, Saxy Matt. Hello, Mr. Mountain Man and all the mods. Welcome. Thanks for showing up. I'm sorry that I'm 20 minutes late saying hello to you. Let me move through here. Yeah. Gained over 1,000 feet in elevation and tired now. Yeah, some of these hikes, they can wipe you out for sure. I love the change in elevation and getting colder weather. I just think it's the coolest thing. The Tennessee Titans made it to the playoffs. Yeah, they beat New England Patriots. That was crazy. I lost my voice because of yelling at the Vols game. Let's see. What else do we got here? Oh, wait. What happened? Went way too fast. I'm gonna do like a, what do they call it? Like rapid fire? Yeah, because I got okay, here we go. Let's do this. All right. Sorry, Mr. Mountain Man. My teams are out of it too. Yeah, 9 months, no football. I love Civil War history in Virginia. Great place to go. Is it cold and snowy and hiking? I don't think so. Hello, Crystal. Welcome to the channel. Happy New Year. Or welcome to the live stream. You've been on the channel a bunch. Let's see here. Keep on trucking down the comments here. Let's see. Thank you again, Blondie's Adventure. I appreciate that. I don't even know. I can't tell how many I have here. I think I figured it out last week in this software, but I can't. Wait when you get 400 people in your chat. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can't do this then, right? I mean, I got 20 and I'm having a lively live stream tonight. And I know, because I know you guys certainly are always, saying how bad you feel if the comments go through, and will you go back and rewatch the stream sometimes. So if you guys are ever on a bigger live stream, just repost the question. That's the best thing you can do. Sometimes I'll post it 3 times. Like last night, I had asked a question. I didn't know when Yankee in the South was going to, I didn't know if it was 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. they were releasing videos, and I kept asking because the chat was moving so quickly, but it was 6 p.m. Yeah, it's too hard to do this. But for right now, I think I can still keep up with it. Let's see. 400 is a lot of people, Will. Yeah. And yes, like once again, I said a few times, but hello to everybody in the chat. 400 is definitely hard. I don't even know 400 people. I liked your ice cream video. Looked up a place by me called Red Mango. They have frozen yogurt with your own toppings to choose from. Yes, actually, it was a lot of fun. It was not planned. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse downtown Asheville yesterday. I did not do a video from it. I just wanted to concentrate, have a family meal. If you've ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse, the format's the same. The meat and the cheese salad bar was absolutely amazing. I love Brazilian steakhouses. There is one in Gatlinburg. I haven't been to it. Every Brazilian steakhouse, Fogo de Show, the one we went to downtown Asheville, which is a different one, I think an independent, fantastic. But so after that, we wanted to get ice cream. We wanted to go on a ride. And we just went over to Maggie Valley and found that place. I looked it up on Google. And that's where we ended up. And amazing record speed for Mr. Mountain Man channel. I made a video and published it the same day. That doesn't happen to me too much. Let's see. Good thing Don helps you. Yes. Yep. Let's see. Publix has great deli food. Awesome subs. That's what everybody said when I lived in Florida. I'm still supportive of the local markets. I think Publix can be fine in Florida. I like Food City and Ingles, and then, well, Walmart, but they're not North Carolina. My favorite part of that area is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Yes, definitely. That is awesome. Will you play some mountain music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play so I can float down the river to a Cajun hideaway? Live it, baby. Well, welcome to the channel. I don't play any instruments. We've got a couple people here. Saxy Matt in his picture has an instrument. I'm assuming a saxophone. I didn't pay attention. We got Marvin Carlton. He's musical. Has an instrument. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not that much of a musician. Chris will sing on his live stream. Will and Dawn, let's see, and Chris tease all those places in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge always make me hungry. Mama Bear, blah, 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 blah. There's Chris and Mindy. Yeah. Stacey Fowler said, who is Chris and Mindy? Chris about Mindy. That's right. Chris is always about Mindy. Will, has Honey Bear finally calmed down from the holidays? Isn't Yankee come from the north? Yeah, it does, right? I'm catching up. I'm almost there. Chris would be nothing without Mindy, as most of us, I guess we could say about our significant other. David, do you have Twitter? And I do have Twitter, Mr. Mountain _man, I believe is what it is. It's on my YouTube page. Chris about Mindy. Chris, I'm glad you're doing, I had a thought for you if you wanted to be really bold. Instead of t-shirts, you could do like boxers. You could do 365 days of different boxers. I bet your channel would explode to like 50,000 people. So you could do like different boxers every day of the year, like ones with fish on it, Gatlinburg, like Joe Boxer, different kinds of shorts. I don't know. Could be Chris about boxers. You could do that instead. Chris about t-shirts. So anyway, have like a wild channel and then different creative ways to get people to come to your channel. We've had ice cream places like that around here, but they keep going out probably because of the weather. Yeah. The owners that we talked to, again, had nothing to do with the video. They were just closing up. Did mention that they are only open on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this time of the year, even though their sign says Thursday. They're not open that because of the reduced business. I don't mind. I eat ice cream any time of the year, but yeah, some people don't like ice cream in the winter. Honey Bear is about 75% better, just trying to get her meds right. Good. Honey Bear had a rough 2019, so here's to a better 2020 for Honey Bear. Hopefully, Will and Don's dog has a great year. I have a dog too. Once in a while, you might see him in the video. I need to bring him in here, but he's so big, it would be hard to hold him up. Let's see. David Markley wants to be Mindy's best friend. Maybe. Yeah. Well, you guys all live in the same area. You should get together. Is Honey Bear sick again? Not that I know of. Let's see. Oh, wait. I see the comment. Oops. I got to, why'd that thing? Love the Honey Bear. She's almost as cute as Stevie. So Will confirmed, yes, Honey Bear is running around now, but when she gets too excited, she'll start wheezing. Okay. Well, I hope Honey Bear gets better. I hope so. Hey, Todd. Hello from Cincinnati. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the channel. I don't believe I've seen you in here before. Glad to have you here, and Happy New Year. Hope you're having a great day and a great start to the week. I'd rather be saying hello from Asheville, maybe someday. Yeah, well, Asheville's a beautiful place, Western North Carolina, East Tennessee. That's a great topic for a live stream. I hear it asked a lot. I have a lot of input to that about moving to the mountains in some place, and I've moved several times. To give a quick primer into that conversation, it sounds obvious, but you don't ever want to emotionally move somewhere. You want to look at, there's, thank goodness to the internet and sites like City Data and real estate sites and all this. You can find out about, you can get all kinds of public information about crime and schools and property values and location of stuff and sentiment. And some of these things you think, well, they don't bother me. I don't have kids or this or that, but they affect property value. You can do so much research ahead of time so that the investment you make, and when I say investment, anybody who buys a house, property, or anything, that's an investment. If you live there, I'm not talking about for renting. I'm just talking about for yourself. So I could go on and on about that, but definitely, you never want to move somewhere just, I went to a vacation in California. It was so beautiful. I'm just going to move there, because you might find out it's not what you thought. Although I have not much to say negative about this area of the country. It's so beautiful, but I'll give a use case. If you're a city person like that loves like a Chicago or New York or Miami, or, those sound huge, but, or the resources of it, you get to smaller town life. Maybe it's a novelty at first, but not later. But anyway, lots and lots of stuff to talk about. Somebody else bring that up in the live stream someday. Love to talk about that. I have personal experience with that. Chris and Mindy, hope your New Year's went well. Yes. And let's see, we got, hey, what about Dawn? So we got Will and Dawn. I had to check your channel, Dawn, recently to see if I had missed any live streams. There was a time last year where Dawn was live streaming kind of, from shoot from the hip, which was cool. Could be a Tuesday or a Thursday. I remember driving one day to pick up one of the girls from school, and Dawn had a live stream and just listened to it. So Dawn has a cool channel too. What about Dawn? And oops, I pressed the wrong button. Hey, what about Dawn? Welcome to the Funhouse. And hello to you as well, Dawn. And let's see here. Oh, I think I'm caught up. What about Dawn? Sorry I missed the It's last night. Wasn't feeling well. Hello, I'm late, but I had to finish supper. It seems like Rita, I have to thank you. Rita watches videos on both of my channels. I have a Eclectic Handyman, which is not a channel with any continuity. It's just whatever I'm working on, I make a video. And I've seen her watch some of those before. So thank you for kind of proofreading and watching some of those. Like, for example, I published a video of changing all the innards of a toilet to a universal kit. I've got one coming out to change a ballast and light. Sometimes I'm working on the car. I've changed thermostats. It's just homeowner stuff. So yeah, hey, let's see. Dawn, any new cooking videos? We'll have to be on the lookout. But we do have Mama Bear's Instant Pot Cooking has cooking videos. What about Dawn has some older cooking videos? Blondie's Adventures, I can't remember. Did you have, you had some cookie and some baking, I think. And anybody else who has cooking videos, feel free to put it down there. So just about to wrap up the live stream. I've got a, I usually keep these to about an hour. And I want to thank everybody who showed up today. I think this is the biggest live stream we've ever had. And a lot of good friends in here and a lot of good people. I think you all know in this community, I mentioned one of the greatest parts about YouTube is having that byproduct of these little time capsules that you get to keep. But it's also meeting some really nice people as well. And just a lot of really cool people in this room right here. Like, Chris, all these people, I've seen them on some of the other live streams too. Saxy Matt and Dawn and Will, is Stacy and Mama Bear and Vols fan and Marvin and Tim and everybody. Todd, welcome to the channel. Oh, Chad Loveless, not sure if you're still here. David Markley, and Kentucky Girl, Crystal, just a lot of great people, a lot of good regulars too. I hope you guys have you have the best chat in town. Well, I appreciate that, Mama Bear. I have to keep drinking something because I get a dry throat here from talking. I hope the video quality is okay too. Again, I can't do much about it, but that kind of be a fun video I want to do. Again, I just do it as a hobby, but some people are interested in that. One day somebody asked, I would have no problem sharing some of the this one's pink, but the microphone, I can't show you the camera because I'm using it right now. The tripod, some of the editing software. Oh, what do I got down here? Where is it? Oh, I can't show you because, well, you can put this on the tripod for the phone, the gimbal, and I bought all this stuff. I could add up the money. Anyway, it'd be fun to do maybe a video on amateur YouTube editing or creator stuff. I'm sure there's 18 billion videos out there by professionals, but if you want my 2 cents on it, I am only missing one thing, and I just need to go on Amazon and buy. I need the fuzzy microphone thing for my phone. I took some video recently in the mountains, and if I did it again and I shot myself in the foot, some of that video, the wind. So I'm going to apologize ahead of time for some of my videos, but I'm going to get that. There was no excuse. It's not that expensive. I should have bought it a while ago. So anyway, it's better than Illinois. It's weird. You guys don't know me from anyone, but welcome me every time. It's awesome how nice everyone is. It feels like it's been a long time relationship. It's the same. Some great people here. I think it's just part of the country, and I think it's the commonality of what people enjoy, and we all have that common interest. So I think that is kind of the glue that brings people together. And a lot of nice people that just want to share information and thoughts and experiences and have a laugh and make jokes. I love it when Chris is making a joke. Oh, and my buddy Jason Bach just showed up. He's also doing live streaming. I have the option in Chrome, but not in Edge, even the new Edge Chromium. So yay. Yeah, because Alan's been trying to help me get the doing the live videos. So it's one of those things. Oh, and Kentucky Girl says it's the Southern Hospitality. Yeah, the live streaming thing, I'll have to check with you again. Sometimes a little persnickety to get it set up. I would love to show you guys some of the amateur, equipment that I use sometime to get the channel up and going. But anyway, I think, one more comment. Growing a beard or not shaved today, Mr. Mountain Man. Oh, me? I always have this short beard. Like, I probably look a little scruffy because my hair is kind of messed up, but yeah, I haven't been clean shaven in a couple of years. I should check it out again. Hope everybody has a great week. I will keep people informed on Twitter as to if if the live stream is going to be not happening when that does occur. Thank you for watching the recent videos. I appreciate it. I look forward to editing some more as I get time to get some of the larger videos that I have in there. And thanks again. Good night to everyone. Hope, let's see, running through those. Good night. Good night. New to vlogging and YouTubers, you can chat with are welcoming. Thank you and good night to everybody. Really enjoyed the live stream. Have to go. You guys have a great week. And this is Mr. Mountain Man signing out. I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful night and a great week. Take care.